Hello, good evening.
Hello guys, good evening.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, hello. Hello. So, welcome to Homeopathy Junction. And today we are going to do this live with Dr. Dinesh Chauhan. Uh, and you all are welcome in this journey of 3 steps of Dr. Dinesh Chauhan. Let me take him in. Hello, guys. Thank you for joining.
Hi,
Hello, sir. Good evening.
good evening. How are you?
We are good, sir. How are you?
I am fine. Is my makeup and everything is okay as you told me?
Yes. Perfectly all right.
Perfectly all right.
Yeah. Looking very handsome.
Ah, in this lockdown, no one was ready to come.
Acha. Yeah. But you are, as always, perfect.
Lovely, lovely dear. You said tea, so मैंने अपने लिए टी भी बना ली.
Oh, wow. Very nice. We just finished our teas.
Ah, मैंने तो चॉकलेट भी रख दी आप लोग खाने के लिए. तुम लोग टी के साथ चॉकलेट
Wow.
भी देते हो ना आप लोग.
सर काश हम उधर आ सकते हैं इस इतने
You know how in a Japan they have something called tea ceremony.
Okay.
So every house have a small house
Uh-huh.
where almost daily or once a week now they prepare a tea, green tea in a specific way, which take 1 hour almost properly making. And we
Okay.
can't drink that tea for sure. It is 20 times more bitter than what we have always had.
Okay.
But the way they do, they call it a tea meditation. For them, it is that small thing like a tea can bring a greatest transformation in a human being while making a tea, the process itself. And they don't have any god in their house. They belong to a religion called Shinto religion, where there is a only mirror in front of them. Is there an echo?
Oh. Yes. Some people are
Hmm.
saying that your voice is echoing.
What should I
Guys,
do?
can you tell us whose voice is echoing? Sirs,
Tell me, what should I do?
can you? It's just a second. Can you hear? This is echo.
No, there is no echoing.
Okay. Hello, Divya. Can you tell us that this echo is coming from Sirs?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think
Okay,
it's
sir.
from my voice.
Um, sir, can you remove the headphone and try?
Now it's okay,
Is it okay now?
but I'll not be able to hear you.
Oh, sir, you have to remove the headphone
I
completely.
did that. I
Just
did that.
okay. Acha. Still echoing. Hmm. No.
Any particular?
Yes,
Should
it's
I go out and come back again?
um. No, sir. What to do? Sir, do you have another headphone?
Yeah, I have.
The other
Let
one?
me check. Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
try that? Yeah. If I remove the headphones, okay. I will also remove and try. Hello, sir.
Now,
Um, Voice is not echoing, but very low. Okay, so is it
now,
better now?
Now it's better. Yeah.
It is better. So can you
now
go
it's
on louder?
okay. Now it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
better now, sir.
Perfect.
Lovely.
Great. Wow. I was
Go.
completely in that anacardiacy feeling, caught with the headphone. Now free. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for giving this feedback. Thank you so much. Okay. So, first, thank you so much for accepting this invite. We are really looking forward for this talk. We are very happy that you have come live with us. Thank you.
I'm anxious now, like a student listening to an person who's taking an interview.
No, no, sir. You have to talk. We will listen.
You
So
know, the
it's mostly like
homeopathic interview is like a police interrogation.
more than that.
You know, it is like this. You've seen those English movies where you have a one light, two people sitting, police and the criminal, and the person goes, "Tell me." And the guy is a hardcore criminal, says, "I have not
Yeah.
committed a crime." And then the guy goes with a stick, boom. He still says no. It's like how you use a method, to go within. Then they use difficult methods by a gunshot in the next room. This guy knows everything. He's a hardcore criminal. Then they hang you upside down and beat you in a places where it hurts the most.
My God.
And then they put you on the ice with a salt and put salt, and then finally the electric current. And
Yes.
this is what we all homeopath also do, all the methods. And finally this man starts, finally this man start that, yes, I am the criminal, yes, this is the remedy. And have you seen
Actually,
you seen those movies? Now the movie again start. The man is sitting, same light, and the police officer now goes like this. Yes, go ahead. And the flashback of the whole movie, how it happened. So it's very important, So don't do with me like that.
no, no, sir. It's not at all a homeopathic interview. That's why
It
we
is
did
not.
not keep. This is no, no. It's your journey only, but journey
Ah,
of a homeopath, not the
lovely,
homeopathic interview. So
lovely,
that's why.
lovely. Go ahead.
So
What do you want to ask?
okay. So before we start this non-homeopathic interview, I want to give a small introduction to everyone who's present here. We have almost 140 people watching live
Wow,
along
lovely,
with us.
lovely.
So thank you so much, all of you, for joining. And I want to tell you, most of you must have, seen Sir's lectures or have read Sir's book. So I want to tell you that Dr. Dinesh Chauhan is a renowned homeopath across the globe. He teaches and treats in various countries. He's a nature lover. He's the author of 4 books. 3 are homeopathic books and 1 is a non-homeopathic book. And he has also written various articles, many articles. And the one book which is very famous from him is a case witnessing process, the journey of 3 steps. You all must see that book, read that book. I'm a big fan of that book, and also have learned a lot of basic things about case taking and case witnessing from Sir, especially in pediatric cases. So, thank you, Sir, again for joining us. And now we'll start this non homeopathic interview.
See, I was literally like this. Okay, start.
So, sir, first thing which I want to start with a personal question from my side. So, you always have taught us and told that I have also read in your book that the new literature or the new things happening in homeopathy or anywhere doesn't replaces the old thing. If you are getting more scientific or reading the more scientific articles or literature, you become more intuitive in nature, and your every work of yours and your whole personality just depicts that thing that the science and intuition has deepest connections with each other. So just tell us about your journey. How did you start from your college days and how you become homeopath and then done so many things, and now you're also doing walks in woods, and you are doing photography and everything. So just tell us about your journey.
So in nutshell, everything.
Yes.
Too
आज
many
सारा
question
जान
you
लेंगे.
ask. ये दोनों राइट लेफ्ट बैठे हैं वहां पे. You both are too much. No, first the question is, what you ask is, I'll tell you a story first. It's better to tell in a story. There was a homeopath in Germany, somewhere in Germany, and he wanted to commit suicide.
Okay.
So he was having a coffee in the cafe witnessing, and he had the coffee and then about to jump from a mountain. And then somebody saves him that, please, let's go and sit in a space called Similimum Field. Let's talk. So this guy goes and says, while having a coffee with a one sip, that I am a homeopath, the one who was about to jump. So the other one says, I am also a homeopath. So the match has happened, wavelength is matching. Then he goes further that, what kind of homeopath are you? He said, I'm a true classical homeopath. So the other says, I am also. See, our thoughts are matching. And you said, two homeopath never match. Two homeopath never speak the same language. They say about science, but there is nothing about science. And philosophy has gone for a toss. No, it's meeting. So this guy says, okay, tell me, are you a true Hahnemannian classical homeopath or you are a true modern classical homeopath? Then he says, I'm a true modern classical homeopath. So that guy says, me too. And they both hug each other. A nice healing hug. Further he goes, are you a modern classical homeopath from Vitolka's era, or you are a modern classical homeopath from a Rajan Shankaran era? So this guy says, I'm from a Rajan Shankaran era. Next question it goes, they're very happy, they become a best of friend. The next question goes, that are you a homeopath from Rajan Shankaran 1991 spirit era or Rajan Shankaran from sensations synergy era? So this guy says, I am from a Rajan Shankaran synergy era.
Okay.
And then this guy said, there you go. Get up. So they both get up. They go to he takes him to the same point where he was about to jump, and he goes, boom. And then he says, I hate this modern classical homeopath. There is nothing classical about it. What I'm trying to say through this story, that even though we belong to the same school, same group, there is a difference. And this was also my biggest problem, that homeopaths spoke about science, but they never followed. That is where the whole journey started, when I started liking homeopathy. Then you spoke about the science and art. Why I always speak about that together. There is a story like we know most scientific person Newton, and we know most scientific person, the most spiritual person Buddha. Is this a good? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it is better.
So now look, one is from science, one is from art, spiritual. They both were sitting under the tree.
Yes.
One was looking the gravitational force, and one was looking how to go beyond gravitational force. Yeah? And
Yes.
one fine day they say apple fell down and he got enlightened. Newton got enlightened. And Buddha was the last star and he got enlightened. Is it so? No. In fact, Newton spent all his lockdown period in searching, 2 years to more than that, why apple fall down with all the Pluto science. Same way, Buddha spent 6 long years with a science of Upanishad, science of Vedas, science of Jainism, science of Patanjali Yoga. Then the intuition happens. So what I'm trying to say is both goes hand in hand. The scientifically intuitive is the best. That's why our science has art and science together. But the science based on art, the science based on heart's path, a holistic path is the best. So that's my answer to your first question. What was your second question? I forgot it. Too many questions were there inside that.
Sorry. So, okay. So, can we conclude that the peak of science is a kind of intuition, and the peak of intuition, the other, the other side of it is science somewhere?
Exactly. They both meet and they has to meet. That is where the real holistic person, the Einstein was scientist but a spiritual with the heart. Same with Newton, same with Hahnemann. That with the heart of spirituality, he did the science, and that's why he came to the holistic science. It is very, very important. This both has to go together.
So this when we come to this story of a German homeopath who just jumped. So when they say, which what kind of homeopathy we should do or which method to follow. So I have also seen, and the integration of everything or integration of various methods gives the best results whenever needed. And that's the most important thing to learn from your work most of the times, that you integrate everything. I have seen you read a mythology, and you read science and art and poetry and everything, and your books are full of examples from various type of literatures or things like that.
Yeah. So when I came to homeopathy, I hated homeopathy till internship plus 1 year to the core. No one has hated homeopathy the way I hated. We go there later if you want to. But
yes.
But when I came in homeopathy, the best part was it was in 2000, and I was writing Dr. Rajan's book, Insight into Plant. And he was already at the sensation level working on it. Then I asked myself one question, that if holistic sensation is the truth, it must be the truth everywhere. I know inductive logic and I know deductive logic. It must be truth not only in my science but parallel science, parallel parascience, psychology, spirituality, religion, mysticism. Everywhere I should be able to do the same. So in 2004 or 3, I don't know, I left reading homeopathy completely. Once I got convinced that this is the truth, let me read everywhere else. And the more I read, more better I became homeopath, whether it is philosophy, whether it is psychiatry, whether it is spirituality. because the same truth, once the access was clear, I started seeing everywhere. The homeopathy I started reading in 2018 again. That's where my plant work started. Otherwise, I stopped it completely.
Oh, okay. And sir, how did you come to homeopathy when you used to hate it?
In fact, used to hate a lot. Even my teachers are watching this, or they're going to watch?
Yes.
Don't make
But
them watch.
right now you just assume they're not going to watch.
Exactly.
So
I will
yes.
assume that there is nobody. I hated homeopathy to the core. From first year onwards, because my sister and brother-in-law, they were in modern medicine, I would go with them and learn surgery, gynec, all what possible from all municipal hospitals of Bombay, most of them. And when it used to come to homeopathy, I hated the most. So one fine day, Dr. Rajan was proving his raga in 4th year. Rag Yaman, where the lover separates from the lover, something. So he came in the class and he said, we will prove Rag Yamana. And I'm like, look at this. How unscientific is this? Now I have to hear this homeopathy. So I told him I don't want to attend and I left. And he allowed me, how he is. He was into his own world and he said, get lost, in a way. I went home that day and my father said, what are you doing? I said, I'm in 4th year. Said, soon you will be intern. Will you join some homeopath? I said, yes. I said, yes, for him, but in my heart, I always wanted to be a modern medicine doctor. So I said, yes. He said, we have a homeopath in our building. We have a shop in Santa Cruz. So he said, same building, there is a homeopath. I said, who? He said, Rajan Shankaran. I'm like, boom. So that day, next Monday, he used to come to Monday college. So I decided to impress him. So I took Kent repertory, I remember, which I had never opened. I went to him after the lecture and I said, sir, can you explain me the meaning of this rubric? And in his style, he went like this. Who are you? So I said, I'm an intern. I'm a 4th year student. How many times you have read this? So I said, I lied. Full mind section A to Z. So he told me he was closing his white car, I still remember, and he said, read 50 times. If you still don't understand, ask me. That was the last day I decided that now no homeopathy, whatever happens. In fact, I now understand what he was trying to tell me is, whatever you take, Dinesh, stay with that topic for a long time. Just one reading, one lecture, one seminar is not enough. You need to stay with it for some more time till it becomes unconditional and choiceless within you. Which I understand now. Of course, that time I gave him bad word. So I went to neurologist and I joined neurologist Nitin Sampath, one of the best in Bombay. I did my best, and along with that I joined Farooq Master. I did my best to impress neurologists. They got impressed. They gave me a case to present in front of 10 DM neurologists, including Nadir Bharucha, one of the best in Bombay. So they were all there. I presented. They liked my presentation. They said, only one homeopath we know who knows neurology or medicine so well is Divya Chhabra, because she used to attend with Nitin Sampath. Rest we know that not that well. So we give you, one of guys said, I give you 2 cases. I think it's Nadir Bharucha, but I'm not sure. Gave me 2 cases. I was so happy, an intern getting cases. I went to Dr. Master. I said, look, he has given me 2 cases. He was impressed. He said, I will train you how to take the case. Don't worry. Impress him. So I took the case. Next morning, went in a hospital. When he came, I presented the case. Diagnosis, definition, diagnosis, differential diagnosis, on examine it all. So they said, well, how will you treat it? I said, very simple, allopathically, Said, no, homeopathically. I said, simple, sir. The one need agaricus, next need sickle core. She said, what? I said, yeah. So he said, where is your individualization and holism? I'm like, boom. You understanding? A neurologist telling me this. First, I was shocked. Then I decided to be true. I said, sir, we read, but we don't practice. We practice therapeutics. And he was wild at me. He said, Dinesh, I can see in your eyes that you hate homeopathy and you love my science. He said, you can never be master of this, Dinesh. We have spent 12 long years or 9 long years. Go back. If you want to be a good homeopath, learn your philosophy book. And this man is telling me, read Dhavle's book. Read Science of Homeopathy by Mr. Vitolkas. Read Spirit of Homeopathy. Read H.A. Roberts' book. Read Stuart Claus' book. And I'm like, I was taken aback. That was the day I said, now I have to go back. I went to Dr. Master after a month and I said, I have to go back to college and do a post and read these books. And so I go back to college and become a house physician. And my first boss is Rajan Shankaran, which I hated the most.
Okay.
That's how it starts. When I opened my clinic, I had no place. My sister had a place, where? Which nobody can dream to start a clinic. Just below Rajan Shankaran and P. Shankaran's clinic. They were on the 2nd floor, I was on the 1st floor.
Wow.
But there also I got a very beautiful advice from him. That Dinesh, even though my clinic is running here for 50 long years, don't worry. Your patient would be yours. Take your chance. In fact, you will grow your best here. And that's what happened. My best happened in those 5 years when I was sharing that building, the same building. Anyway, so this is how my journey started of hating. In fact, I used to teach modern medicine doctors how to read MRI, CT scan, all those things. But then it shifted. Now if anybody gives me, say I'm giving you 5 CR, leave homeopathy, I would say keep it with you. Give me one case where I can sit in a simillimum field. It shifts.
Great.
Go ahead. Did I answer
That's
your
great.
question?
Yes, definitely. But
Go
one
ahead.
more
Ask.
question I have, that when you always wanted, you never wanted to become a homeopath, that we know by this answer, but you wanted to become a doctor in your childhood?
No.
Sir, your voice is
In
gone.
childhood, I didn't knew till I joined medical college.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, now it is coming.
Hello? Oh, internet is... You hear me well now?
Yes, now well.
Yes.
Do you hear me? Oh, it's internet?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir, you can go ahead. I guess your internet
Okay.
speed is a little slower, has become slower, but now it's fine. We can see you and hear you.
Fine. Okay. Right. There must be some problem. Yeah. So it was
You wanted to become a doctor since your childhood or not?
no, I didn't want it. It's a big story about it, but I can open it up. So till my college, I didn't knew what I wanted to sit in my shop. That was the fix because Marwadi and jewelers, so it was fixed. And I was not good at studies. So in order not to get beating from I made a friend, imaginary friend. I lived in that world that I have a friend called Somali and she teaching me. And she used to teach me, she was a scholar, most from a Muslim family. Yeah. And are you able to hear?
Sir, the voice is breaking in between.
Okay, let me check what is the problem.
It's like, it's coming and going.
Internet is full. Yeah, now it's okay?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
fine.
it's okay, sir. Now good.
So then what happened? Slowly I started studying with that imagination, but not just to pass my exams. And one fine day, I made imagination that she, in a 12th standard, she got an accident and she died. So I took it up on me that I want to be a doctor for her. This is, this is what the real story behind me joining medical college or science basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she was your imaginary friend.
Yeah, which I told my wife recently and she said I would have divorced you. You always told it's true.
Oh my God. I can imagine, ma'am.
So yeah,
Okay.
this way, yeah.
That's great, sir. And then because I have read your books and attended many lectures of yours, I know that in initial practice also when you started reading and started studying with Dr. Shankaran, you had a lot of questions related to homeopathy about the prescription and also the case taking thing. And then slowly you developed this whole case witnessing process and these three steps. So just tell us about how did you come to discover this case witnessing thing and what were those questions?
I missed the last part, but yeah, I'll tell you, I understood your question. So, see, for me, the first thing was to ask question. Any teacher I went, I asked whether it is with Vijaykar sir, whether it is Farooq Master, Dr. Barwalia, Dr. Tiwari, Dr. Shankar. Questions for my idea was it is the question which is potent question which is required rather than the answer itself. And that took me to everywhere. It's a simple thing that Einstein, on a bicycle, he was driving and asked his father that if I run this cycle at the speed of light, what will happen to me? And his father said, it's a stupid question. And then the same man goes and discovers the,
Yes.
quantum theory and the theory of relativity. Yeah. Newton asked a question, a potent question. Father, if I throw my book up, why it goes up and why not down? Mm-hmm. And then he discovered the theory. Hahnemann asked a question while reading Collins' Materia Medica. that cinchona cures malaria because it is bitter in taste. The potent question,
Yes.
stimulation, and the whole science came into existence. So question I kept, since beginning I kept asking, but the three question none of my teacher could answer. One, that if our science is science, why not two homeopaths speaks the same language? And second question which nobody could answer was, if the pivotal point of homeopathy is case taking, why don't any homeopath in college, in books teach about it in depth, systematically? And the third question was, why can't we have a simple, scientific and reproducible science which can be applied in homeopathy, in our life, in every aspect around us? And this three became my journey. And I always believed, and I tell my students, those questions which are not answered by most of your close teacher, that means this is your journey. Stay with it. Answer will be discovered. And that's what same thing happened. I discovered 3 steps of case taking. Because my center was this. I discovered, and I call that case taking as simple, scientific, reproducible. Yeah, it came like that.
Yes.
So always I was searching that, and I found out a law, a Gurdjieff law, which is law of 3 of life, that everything in life or it happens in a 3-step, where initially you put open-ended scientific effort, still the scattered, unconnected thing comes up. Then things start getting coordinated and connected. And then gradually they connected in the whole. So this 3-step, I said, this is what the case taking should be. I'm putting open-ended question in a scattered areas. PQRS comes scattered. Then a time will come where PQRS will connect. Then a time will come where the PQRS will connect in a single whole. And at the same time, as I said, I was reading different books. So one day I was walking with my friend called Fotini from Africa, and we were walking in African forest. And there she made me introduced to the Bushman. And there Bushman told me a book they gave me, Art of Tracking the Origin of All Science.
Okay.
That changed my life, because what was mentioned there is that Bushman tracks the animal in a 3-way. First is simple. They go on a footstep, and end of the footstep there is an animal. Kill it. The second is scientific. Is you go on a footstep, calculate the footstep, see the size, see the distance, see the speed, and start running in the same way, you find the animal. But the third one was intuitive. The Bushman goes on the path, sees the distance, sees the footstep, and then start running in the same speed the animal is running. He doesn't stop there. The second step is he becomes the animal. He starts thinking, feeling, perceiving, sensing, and reacting like that animal. And once he becomes that animal, he leaves the footstep. Now he's not following the science. Now the intuition has entered. The whole has entered. Now he goes to the end result. Animal should be after 2 or 3 or 4 days. Finds the animal. So this is science, simple science and intuition together of 3 steps. And this 3-step I applied in my case taking, where the passive is open-ended, and the active is make the whole.
Okay.
Did I answer your
Lovely.
question?
Yes, yes. So, sir, so you found out that, these 3 steps are universal 3 steps to everything happening in the world. Am I correct?
Exactly. Do you drive a car?
Yes.
You drive a car. See, in a car, you put initially with your all knowledge, you have how to start a car, what is accelerator, what is handle, what is brake, everything you know, what red line means, everything. With all
Yes.
scientific knowledge, you sit in the car, what happens? Either your hand or your leg
Yes.
and eyes don't coordinate. Though you know the science, but the coordination is not there. Then a second step comes where you get the learning license,
Yes.
where you get the learning license. Now at least your hand and your eyes are together,
Coordinated.
right?
Yeah.
Coordinated. And still when the driver says brake, you go brake, not accelerator.
Yes.
But then after a year and a half, imagine when Weber got the driving license, and after a year and a half and you both met. Both are in that car with the music on. He's driving at the speed of 150, 140 to impress you and singing a song for you. And he's going on and on with all his stories. And everything is happening automatic, unconditional, effortless. This is what happens when you put a scientific effort in everything, including case taking. Whether it is love making, whether it is braid making, whether it is spiritual, whether it is trinity of any religion, it's the same. That's what the meaning of the open universal law. Then you understand your science well and you don't become fundamentalist. Many of the homeopath I call, actually they are fundamentalist and fixed because they only look from that narrow window.
Yeah.
That's
great. Okay. So, sir, when did this journey of exploring case witnessing, I would say, started? And what difference you see after getting to know that this witnessing thing is very important and this universal law will really help in homeopathy as well? How did you connect it?
It's simple. I was treating cases with PQRs. We all do Kantian homeopathy where physical general, physical particular, mental generals are there. But many times I am looking at them without even understanding them. This is where, and many times I'm asking question which has no meaning. And whole was not coming in the patient. That's where the first thing I decided I need to be passive. Let the one who knows the illness, patient, who knows his individualistic features, patient, who knows his holistic feature, patient, give him a space. When I started giving, that became passive. And then once I wait till the water is settled and I see everything peculiar, then I zoom in. That's how it started. First passive and active. And then when I did that, which peculiar is clear, it's important. It's like an example of a castle. I'm looking at a castle from outside is passive.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of doors, lot of windows, there are a lot of keys there. If I start opening all the doors and windows and everything, I will take 5-6 hours.
Yes.
So same in the case taking, if every peculiar I explore, which I don't even know which is the holistic. If center I don't know, axis I don't know. So I started searching that axis. So in that castle example, there are keys lying, many, but there is a one key which is master key. If I open, so I will, with that master key from PQRS, one which connects mind and body, one which connects general, particular, one which collect particular, mental and physical. I take that key and open the one window, open. I open the door, open. Then I know this is the key. Now I don't waste time like a bushman. I directly go to the king's room, where the center lies, where the holistic lies. So in a way, these scientific steps made my case taking smaller, systematic, to the point, and the key search is very systematic. This started first with children. That's why, see, first book I wrote is Journey into Human Core, where once I understood sensation, and I told you I left homeopathy. Idea was, if this is the truth, it will be everywhere. Once I saw that truth, I wrote a book, Journey into Human Core. That look, human core can be understood through sensation, through homeopathy, through Kantian, through physics, through philosophy, through everything. That was my first book. Then the system of the case taking started coming, this 3-step. That's where first I applied in children, because my interest was children. People said, with a grown up you can talk, can you apply this in children? That's where I took a challenge. And I wrote A Wonder with a Little Wonder. 3-step, which I call child-centric case taking.
Yes.
And then that scientifically intuitive case witnessing process. So whole idea was, I started seeing that whether it is children, whether it is grown up, whether it is acute, whether it is deep pathology, everywhere this system helps me to go to PQRS and the holistic PQRS and other characteristic, whether miasm, whether sphere of action, whether kingdom, sub-kingdom, source, easily comes on the platform with just systematic. Where initial I put an effort, later on it is effortless, the way you both were driving on your car.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow. So
Did I
that's so
answer?
interesting. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you have answered, and this has really helped in our practice. Whenever we apply these 3 steps since last few years, this has given a real good remedy and good simulacrum at the end of applying this process. Because I guess, by the way, also we apply these things, but we didn't know earlier. I mean, when I was reading your book, I guess in 2015 or 15, I guess. So that time I realized that we are doing this, not in a very systematic approach, but of course we were doing that only. Pehle patient ka suno, and then you ask questions, and then at the end you get that vibe that I have to give this particular kingdom or sub kingdom or that remedy, and you get that intuition that yeah, this is the remedy. But when I read your book, it has give so many insights and the real knowledge that this is the systematic approach and you have to do like this. So that was really helpful.
Exactly, and that's what is important, that I may accidentally come across some truth intuitively, but trust me, 99.99% of a homeopath or a human being are not. They are intuitive, but it has to be brought out systematically and not just abstractly. They will go haywire. That's why only intuitive homeopath, they are going crazy.
Yes.
But science and art, exactly. This is where the junction comes, and it benefits. Where then you say what is true for one is true for all. This always remained with me. If this 3 principle of homeopathy, individualization, holism, and simillimum, is the truth in homeopathy and everywhere, what is true for one must be true for whole. So this individualistic expression at a whole level should be applied in case taking, in reading materia medica, in reading repertory, in reading new provings, in reading, in understanding posology, in understanding every aspect of homeopathy and my life too. I may talk about individual and holistic and simillimum. Have I applied in my own life? Who knows? Yeah, that is where, and everything. Have I applied in my interest and hobbies? Have I applied in my job? Have I applied in my relationship? This principle goes much beyond. That's where my last 6 years are going into this. That truth is everywhere. We go there maybe some other time, but this is what is important. Once you know access, it is applied. And same I do in photography and everywhere.
Yes, true. Thank you. So, sir, we have to rejoin this live. I will end it for 2 minutes because otherwise we are running out of the time. We have only 1 hour.
1 hour
So-
over?
Huh?
But
In 3 minutes. It will
do
be
ask
over.
do ask others, do they want to listen this?
Yes, yes. Sir, they are enjoying. Guys, please show your love and tell sir that you are enjoying.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I can read lot of comments
I
in
can't
between.
read. Okay, okay.
No problem. So we'll rejoin just within 2 minutes, sir.
Perfect.
Be ready with your tea.
I am,
People-
it is cold jug is there. Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, guys. So please rejoin us. Yeah, I'm just ending this live and again starting it again. Thank you. Bye.